Welcome. You are now in Ray's Juke Joint. This is the Pickoff Show with Ray and Eric. Um, this show is exclusively about baseball, exclusively about Chicago White Sox baseball and fantasy sports. And later on, we will get into gambling. But right now, I want to introduce my co-host Eric. How you doing today?
Good, buddy. Good. Baseball's finally here. We have official games in the books.
Baseball is finally here. And I was just happy to be at opening day. I will probably always go to opening day if I don't go to anything else. And I'm not as happy about the outcome. It was a 1-0 game. It was a pitcher's duel. We're going to get into that pitcher's duel. Tariq Skubal is as advertised. And he came in and he did his thing. But we also had a young man on the field that did his thing. And we're going to talk about that in totality, and some more stuff. And we got a lot on the plate today. We're going to be talking about the White Sox. Did they look like a 100 loss team over the opening weekend? Right. And I know we just lost again today. We're probably going to lose today.
Yeah, I think they called it finally. I think it's
we're probably going to lose today.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was kind of encouraged about what I was seeing from the guys. Let's just get into the show, get some of the stuff out the way, and then get into like what we saw today and over the weekend. Okay, so first off, let's get our throw to first. Our throw to first is GM manager news. That's where we cover anything that's happening with the GM, any moves that's been made, anything that's happening with the White Sox, and then some of the statements coming from the manager's box and all that good stuff. So Eric, here's my first question to you. Over the weekend, you saw nothing happening, but then all of a sudden today, the White Sox made a move. Today, the White Sox made a move. Well, yesterday, as a matter of fact, the White Sox traded right-hand pitcher Jake Cousins to the Yankees in exchange for cash considerations. Cash considerations. That's always been our thing. Like, what? Why do we always?
Yeah, what does that mean, right? Great cover up with stuff, right? Like he didn't make the 40, so they just traded him, picked him up as a claim, and they cash consideration. But then they just now, before we came on too, I don't know if you saw it.
I got it. It's right here, buddy.
All right. Yeah,
they
did make a move today too. So
Chris Guest brought back Mike Clevenger. They signed him to a deal today, pending physical. I think John Heyman put something out recently about the actual contract. I did not see it before we got on the air, but I mean, it was kind of a corresponding move to me. Did you think that this was a direct result of the Kopech move to the pen?
A combination of things, yeah. I mean, I think that's probably what they were waiting on. But like they got to. I don't know if Flexen's going to be a starter.
Irv.
Yeah, I don't know if Flexen's going to stay. I guess my only question behind it is, I have no problems with it. We both talked about it. We knew Clevenger was one of, if not the best pitcher the White Sox had last year. But why on April 1st?
Why on April 1st?
It seems like you didn't have a plan. You had all year. You're the first-time GM. Why are you scrambling on April 1? I mean, is this because Cease got moved? So they're looking for somebody to eat more innings. Kopech wanted the deal. Cease got moved. So now I got to plug a hole just to get me through the year. I mean, that's what it feels like to me a little bit. So, yeah, I agree with you. I think Kopech going to the pen, Cease getting moved. I think they're looking for somebody to chew up some innings, and they brought Clevenger back.
Yeah, and right before we came in, I did a space. I'm back to doing spaces a little bit more. This year, I will be doing them a lot more like I used to do a couple years ago when we first started this thing. And we were just talking in the space, and Asinine brought up the fact that it doesn't make sense to not have this done before. You knew he was there.
Yeah, that's what I don't get either. Like, he's going to upgrade over Flexen for sure. Like, if you're willing to go out and make that 1-year deal, like, and you had him in your camp last year, and you thought that his clubhouse was good enough, his demeanor was good enough to be part of this deal. Why is it April 1st and this is just now part of the deal? Why wasn't he on there before maybe Flexen was on there, or in addition to, or we're still looking for a fifth starter? or whatever. They still haven't said what they're going to do for the fifth starter. So yeah, it doesn't seem very well organized. Doesn't
Yeah,
seem.
I don't know how good of a shape he's in, but Clevenger's a professional. He's been in the league a long time. I'm expecting him to come in and just slide right back in where he was last year. Probably after not next week, but week after next, we'll probably see him on the mound. In my
Yeah.
opinion. But you know who we won't see?
Who's that?
This guy.
Yeah.
Yesterday. So the GM and the manager haven't really been mum on what's really going on. He has a left abductor soreness. He had this last year. Eloy Jimenez is probably our most injury prone player on the team, and he just cannot stay healthy. I don't know what it is, and what the fuck even is an abductor, right? But
Right.
he comes down the line, he's just like all the
And
way.
then they came up after the game and they said they're going to play it day to day. They're just going to play a man down. So initially they were going to bring Sosa up and put him on the DL, but I guess he's not even like DL now. So I mean,
Yeah,
that's I don't know.
yeah.
I'm ready for some of the old scabs. I'm ready for the things that have hurt the White Sox just to be done. And Eloy would be one of them.
Yeah,
And the guy playing third would be another one who's getting 24 million or whatever this year to
and
play over there.
we talked about it ad nauseum, and you're right, Gonzo. Clevenger makes the five more than likely. So that is what it is. He Eloy is trade bait. We just need him to stay healthy, as we talked about it before.
Yeah.
Right? We need him to stay healthy and produce so that his value continues to be where it is and not go any lower than what it is.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, right now, all the things we've talked about with Yoan is coming to fruition. He's building his value back up. He's out there hustling. He's making plays. He's hitting the ball hard.
It's almost like his contract's up. Oh,
it's almost like his contract.
Yeah.
And I don't know if somebody was talking. I was talking to somebody the other day, and I wish you were there, Eric. But they were talking about Andrew Vaughn, and I was like, "There's no way. Vaughn is not going anywhere. Like he's going to go into what ARB1 next year.
I think it'll be ARB1. It might be 2.
No, I don't think
it's one or the other.
I don't think he's been in ARB yet. I don't think. You could probably look it up, but I'm pretty sure he's going into ARB1 next year.
Yeah, let me look it up. But I think you're right.
Yeah, I think he goes into ARB1 next year. But the thing about Vaughn is he's not a superstar and he's not a whatever, but he's a guy.
No, this was ARB year 1, so he's got 2 more years of ARB.
Asinine is saying that it was ARB1.
Yeah, this is ARB1. He's got 2 more years of ARB. Like, I mean, I just don't see him moving for several reasons. One, he's on the cheap. He's got 2 years. He's a plus bat in the lineup, which right now, honestly, we don't have.
We only got
too many of.
We only got 2 of those, yeah.
And he also doesn't hold a ton of value when you're going to trade him either, because to your point, the guy that plays first base, hits 20, 25 home runs, drives an 80, hits 250, slugs 450, whatever. Like, he's not going to be like, and he's not going to fish you anything out in the market either. Being a one position first base guy, a lot of teams kind of have that guy. So I agree. He's just going to kind of be here.
Yeah, and we talked about it on our show, and I'm hoping that people are starting to catch on. That like when we're talking, we do our research and we kind of understand contracts and everything. People who are out there saying that Luis Robert is trade bait, you are out of your mind.
Yeah, I can't see him moving him. I saw it a few times again today, and I just, with 4 years of control, I mean, what's the point? And not only that, like, it's decent for his value. The contract's not even bad. So I know he would bring back a lot, and the White Sox need a lot, but you have to build around something.
But do you think we have a question? Well, not a question, but a statement in the comments. Do you think Robert will bring back less value than what we can get for him?
Why would he bring back I don't get why.
I don't know why he would get less. Maybe he's talking about Vaughn. I think Asinine's talking about Vaughn. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, because we're going to get if we were to trade Robert, you're going to get value. He's when we looked it up, he's what, 35.9?
No, he's almost 80, I think.
He's almost 80 on
Yeah, so like
hindsight.
double what you got for Cease, kind of in a way, or right in that
Yeah,
range
yeah. So I
right now.
mean, I just don't see it. I think he's a cornerstone moving forward for the White Sox. And then, I don't think Vaughn is going anywhere. I think Chris Getz understands that he's building something, but it can't be built on the 26. It has to be built down in the farm.
Yeah, yes, and they might. I don't know. I'm still concerned. I'm still concerned where they go from here. Like, there's not enough talent in the 26 right now. So, like, I mean, especially if you're looking offensively, I mean, who are you excited to have possibly come up? I know some people are going to say Montgomery. We all know my feelings on that. And maybe I'll end up being wrong there. But, like, offensively, I'm a little curious to watch the Roche kid, but, like, do I think that he's a cure-all, save-all? When I watch, like, what I see, like, a Langford doing or, like, a C.J. Abrams doing or, like, any of these other guys, like, I don't see that guy. When Robert was young, he was going to be that guy for us, right? He was that guy.
Yeah.
I don't see the White Sox having anybody like that right now in the system at this given time. So I don't know how they rebuild for sure, but man, it's going to be a long one. It's going to be a long year.
It's definitely going to be a long year. And to finish up on Eloy, this was a statement today from Scott Merkin. Had got this from Pedro Grifal. He's got an abductor strain. We'll see tomorrow how he wakes up, which is today. They're going to do some testing on it. I think he's had this before. We're still not unsure until tomorrow. This was yesterday. And so you saw he wasn't in the lineup today. So
yeah, and then I saw after the game, I saw Grifal said they're going to play it day by day, and they're just going to play a man short right now. And so, like, and I know a lot of people ask, and I see it all the time, and I see it from people that are supposedly have been White Sox podcasters forever.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, well, how can we play a man short? How can we play a man short? Well, if you can set Eloy out 3 days and get him back in 3 days, you don't put him on an IL to send the extra 7. Once he goes on there, he's got to be on there for 10. I don't get why people haven't learned that yet. They're trying to hope they don't have to lose him for 10 games because obviously they could use his bat in the lineup.
Right. And, a lot of people have different ways of going about a rebuild, but in my opinion, you just have to just do what you can because you've been handcuffed by contracts, especially Yohan Moncada. I think Chris Getz understands that he's handcuffed with this $24 million on the books.
I just, we talked about it, like you said, a lot, even on and off the air. I don't hate the build that Williams and Hahn did. What I hate was just zero adjustments. They just ran the same meat out there every single deal. Like, you got to constantly flip, constantly turn, keep bringing younger talent in, change some old stuff up. You can go anywhere. We've been telling people in space of 3 years where Moncada's contract was going. Nothing but straight up. Like, why did you sit there and just eat it for? Like, now you got this guy making like a quarter, now probably, what is it, about 1/5, 1/6 of the entire payroll, on third base for 1 year. For what? To lose maybe 100 games? Like, it was just the adjustments were embarrassing from the old.
Well, that's just, I mean, the sunny side of the egg is he's been playing better.
He has been playing better. What's funny is, like, how can a man, he played so bad that now he's like, hey, he's playing better. He actually got a hit, or he actually made a good defensive stop. And
yeah, it's like,
initially when he was signed, we're talking about a guy that was supposed to be, when you're paying this guy this kind of money and you're guaranteeing this much kind of contract, he's supposed to be knocking on the All-Star game every single year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And White Sox Twitter, people get excited when he hit one down the line today and it fell in just right for a double, right? Like, that was the
yeah. I mean, and he hustled out the box,
which
is, I guess is something that's not supposed to be the norm, Eric.
Right. Right.
Anyway, so let's just move on. Let's get on to our throw to second. Right here, we're going to be talking about the White Sox weekend review, which is basically the weekend, our first series against the Cleveland Guardians. Did they look like a 100-loss team to you over the weekend?
No. I mean, I liked what I saw. I mean, especially from the pitching staff. Bullpen looked good. Starters weren't great, but Crochet was great, or whatever. I know Soraka got off to a slow start, but after the first inning, he did all right. I didn't mind what we saw over the weekend. I question a couple things still. Like I would have loved in the extra inning game when you put like I was. I don't know why I fall for it, but I just do. I'm a Sox fan, right? I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was excited for all that. We're going to put pressure on other teams. We're going to do the right things. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Like when you are an extra innings and you're down one, and you know you have no offense to speak of. Your only offensive guy happens to be the runner that's on second base. Why do you not try to steal third with him? He's probably your best deal right there.
Or just bunt him over. Bunt him over so we can get a sack
or
fly.
just let him steal it. Let him take it. Why are you going to stand there just watching this guy go 1, 2, 3, game over? Like I absolutely hated that move. Hated it. Like today, I saw who was batting in front of the catcher today. I think it was Lopez.
I'm not sure.
Somebody got a single on it, and they just left him there, and he had speed, and Monado rolls into like a double play. You're just like, I thought these guys actually do get on. We better start running. I thought that was supposed to be like the plan.
Yeah, so I mean, let's talk about some of the good stuff. I hear you, Gonzo. I hear you, Caleb. Caleb is saying we can't put pressure on teams when you can't get guys on. Screw you, Caleb. He's a Twins fan. He's a Twins fan. Yeah.
Not wrong, no. But we did get a couple on, and they didn't do anything.
We did nothing with it. We did nothing with it. And then, Gonzo is saying that there was a meeting with Clevenger days ago, and nobody knows why it didn't happen days ago.
It don't matter. Days ago don't mean shit. The season spring training started in February.
It's just true.
So I don't give a shit about days ago. If he was part of your plan, where the fuck was he in December or January?
Well, so let's talk about some of the good stuff. I was there for this, and we saw a guy who was a reliever mostly his whole career. White Sox decided that this man was going to be a starter, and he did some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Big swing and a miss. Way into the ballpark. The 2-2. Got him swinging. The 2-2. Got him with the fast.
And that 100-seam fastball, that wasn't my favorite one. Eric, I'm going to show you my favorite one. And you talked about this.
I like when you go here. I like when you go here.
You talked about this before a couple of weeks ago about Crochet. This is the one. Let me show you this one.
The 0-2. Froze him with the fastball. Garrett Crochet.
It's that one that they're not ready for it.
They're not seeing it.
Yeah.
I mean, you got 2 strikes on you, and that's a fastball right down the middle. And you couldn't pull the trigger. Like, tell me you're going to try to sit on his slider and hit that? No, you just didn't see it.
You didn't see it. It was 96 down the pipe right there.
Yeah. No, he looked great. He looked good. I was surprised. I was talking with you and Asinine and the boys when you guys were at the game, and I was like, is there anybody in the bullpen? Is there anybody in the bullpen? So I was shocked they got him up and down as many times as they did, but he looked good. He looked really good. We'll find out against the Braves here in
a couple of days. Yeah. So some other things that happened over the weekend. This young man right here got his first.
He was throwing it pretty well.
Corey Lee sends this one out to left center. It is gone.
So that's our future. That is our future catcher, people. In my opinion, Corey Lee is the future catcher of the White Sox.
You think so?
I believe so. I got him over Cuero. I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right.
I like Corey Lee, man.
I don't think he is. I'm Cuero, but I mean, I don't hate it.
I mean, eventually we're going to have both of them up here.
Yeah, I mean, that's our future tandem, right? One way or another, however you look at it.
The comments is going crazy right now, Eric. I don't know if you see them.
I don't have them up.
Yeah, it's just like, the White Sox see Flex and start and say, shit, we need Clevenger. It's a clown.
Yeah, right in the middle of it, right? Like, right. That's what it almost felt like.
Yeah.
But I knew you and I talked about it last show when they didn't announce, when they went with the 9 bullpen guys and they didn't go with like the 5 starters and the stuff. I'm like, I feel like something's going on that we don't know what's going on, like another signing or a trade or something. And obviously this is what's going on. Gonzo said there was a meeting of, a few days ago, and I know that he's connected a little bit. So like, this is what was going on.
Yeah. Yeah. But he basically was saying that was his point about the whole thing, about the instead of signing flexing. So basically, he was saying Clevenger met with the Sox days ago. Dummy didn't do this during the offseason. Instead of signing flex, rotation should have been Crochet, Fetty, Clevenger, Soroka, Nastrini. So, you know, it is what it is. But that was I enjoyed Corey Lee. But let's talk about our guy, the guy that we told everybody was going to make this team, the guy that we said that we were looking for the most. The moment that we saw him play third base in a spring training game, I'm sorry, we said, yep, he made the squad.
Yeah. And we talked about it episode 1 of the show. Like before spring training started, I thought he was going to make the squad. We thought he was going to make the squad.
Yeah, for sure. I meant to clip up some stuff. I get sidetracked. I meant to clip up some stuff put on the page, but we was telling people about this young man. This young man, Brandon Shoemake. Well, Braden Shoemake, right? He hit his first major league home run, which was his first major league hit. Let's look at that. This young man right here.
Here's Braden Shoemake. Gets a hold of this one. First pitch to right. It is gone! Braden Shoemake, his first career major league hit, and it's a home run.
Yeah, this young man, I just, what did you see in him the same thing I saw? What did you see though, Eric?
I mean, if you just look and you go back, and different people age at different deals, but you're talking about a 2019 first rounder from the Atlanta Braves. There's probably worse than him being buried on the Braves roster. You also got to remember the Braves let Swanson basically walk. And Schumacher was supposed to have a shot at that position. So they thought highly of him. You go back to his AA stats or whatever, like he had 16 home runs and 27 stolen bases and 28 doubles and only played like 112, 120 games. So you stretch that out to 150 games and you're looking at 20, 35, and 35-ish, like for the deal. And understanding what the White Sox are looking for, guys that can affect the game in different ways. I already saw he stole a base the other day. Like, he's already hit a home run. Like, this is what I want to see. I don't want to see all my pitchers need to retire, but we'll get to that one on the goddamn.
We'll get to that later. Yeah, we'll get to that later, Eric. We'll get to that later.
That was terrible. I'm still shell-shocked. But I want to see these kids play. I don't want to see Jejong play. I don't need to see Nicky Lopez play anymore. I want to see him play. Right?
He's still a kid. Nicky Lopez is what, 28, 27, 28, something like that.
Schumacher, 1919 pick. Yeah, he's probably what, 27, 28?
Yeah.
Still a kid, right?
I mean, what I'm saying is, like, we saw this kid and we understood the concept of, like,
he's 26.
Okay, so like you're talking about a kid that was just behind superstars. I mean, you're not coming
the same age as Andrew Vaughn, to give you an example. They're the exact same age, a few months apart.
You're not taking Ozzie Albies' spot.
Not taking Swanson's spot.
You're not taking Swanson's spot. They love Arcia at that spot down there, the shortstop. And it was just like,
he was a 15th ranked prospect in Atlanta's organization when they traded him.
Right.
And we all know about Atlanta's farm and Atlanta's history. Like, I think he was a big part of that trade, and they didn't go get him because it was a waste. They didn't go get him because we think we have an answer at shortstop or second base for the future. They went and got him. They think he is the answer.
And I think a lot of White Sox fans was kind of shocked that this happened, Eric. So this was Saturday's lineup. There he is, right there at shortstop, right?
Yeah, second day.
The second day, right? And then here he is again on the third day.
Yeah.
At second base. So what does that tell you? What is the White Sox telling you?
Yeah, I mean, if you're second day starting at a spot and they're playing you the third day, that tells me that he's not far from just being an everyday regular starter, is what it tells me.
That's what it tells me.
You got to remember, too, he set out, 10, 11 days of spring training with the ankle twist I think he had, too. So, like, this is what I want to see. I don't need to see 31-year-old Paul Jejong. Like I said, I don't need to see 29-year-old Nicky Lopez. Like, let the kids play. Can it be any worse? Just let them play.
Right. And I do want to go back. I want to go back a little bit to Garrett Crochet real quick. This was his numbers from his outing: 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 8 Ks. So that was, go
I
ahead.
was not only impressed, like I said, I was shocked they let him go to 6th. Like I
was sending you messages during the game.
Yeah,
Like,
nine was shipping in too. Like I know you guys were there or whatever. Like I was shocked they got it, let him out there. But also too, I was like, you know what? Good for you. If he feels good and you think it's right, good for you. No, he looks good. Shoemake looks good. Robert is Robert. He's our only star. Makata looks better. And then, hey, Jordan Leisure's ERA is 0 so far. So, like, that looks good. Other than that, I don't know, buddy. Doesn't look too good.
So, Gonzo, we're going to talk about that in a minute. But we're going to talk about it here in a second. But Monty comes up at shortstop, Shoe at second base later. That's what he thinks.
Monty Montgomery's never been a shortstop, Gonzo. He's already got an error in AAA. Just keep track of this year. We'll drink a beer every time he makes one. They're looking for Gold Glove type middle infielders if you've paid attention, and that's for sure is not Montgomery. Montgomery's better chance he comes up at third for Makata once he's traded.
But here's another nugget. This is from Jay Cuda. If you don't follow Jay Cuda on Twitter, you're not doing baseball right, especially as a Sox fan. Left-handed starter pitchers who had 8+ strikeouts, 0 walks on open day in American League history. There's only 3: Mark Mulder, Gary Peters, and Garrett Crochet.
Mark Mulder.
Yeah, Mark Mulder. That's one of Justin's guys.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like, it's kind of like, damn, that's wild. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, this is something to be excited about. Could be something that's the future. He went toe-to-toe, first career start, first opening day start, hasn't started a game since he was at Tennessee, which has been, 3 years ago now?
Right.
And he came up at home and went toe-to-toe with the guy that might win the Cy Young in Detroit because Screwball looked unbelievable.
Screwball, like I said at the beginning of the show, he looked as advertised.
Yeah.
Like the kid is just, he's nasty. He's
got to be top 4 or 5 favorite, I'm sure, to win the Cy Young. He's got to be in that conversation.
He's up there. He's up there, bro. Like it's without a doubt, he is up there. So I wish I had.
He went toe for toe with him. He matched the stuff plus numbers. We were sharing them in the site on the stuff or whatever. Like he looked really good. I'm excited. Can he do it back to back? Can he, do good against the Braves? But I'm definitely looking forward to his starts.
Yeah, I'm trying to get one more thing. I forgot about this guy right here, so I want to try to get it real quick while we're still talking. Because I wanted to talk about this guy over the weekend. Kind of surprised. Michael Kopech.
Yeah.
I mean, he came out the pen. They're saying he's one of the most feared pitchers in baseball. His 4-seam is disgusting. It pairs well with a powerful slider, which both graded out great today at an 80% chase percentage. And so let's look at it with a bigger. And we love this, this breakdown of pitching.
Yeah, right? I mean, if you're still using ERA and that kind of stuff, move over to this because this is where it's at.
Yeah. This is for me, after years of learning, and I'm not too big to ever say I needed to learn some stuff. I needed to learn about the advanced analytics of baseball to kind of help me get to where I'm at now, as far as like how I, I'm playing fantasy baseball because of the advanced analytics that you helped me, all the guys, all the scumbags helped me out with the advanced analytics and everything like that. Let me get back to the so they're very upset with your we're going to come back to it, Eric. I'm going to have to let you just explain about Monty. Matter of fact, we'll just have a whole segment about Monty later. Like, people are very upset with your Monty take.
I mean, he doesn't have a good glove. He doesn't have good foot speed. He doesn't have a ton of power. He doesn't have good bat to ball skills. So you're looking at a maybe plus fielder, third baseman that can hit 250, 330, 400. Like, great. Yeehaw. I have one of those. His name is Yoan Moncada. Like, I don't need to see like another one. And Makata at least was supposed to have 80 speed. Like, the organization has said they want to be strong defensively up the middle. Go look at his defensive metrics. He is not strong defensively up the middle. And they're not going to move him yet. And I'll tell you why they're not going to move him yet. It's because the second they move him, any possibilities if it ever come up, if they wanted to trade or move him, his value drops tremendously. Shortstops are the most valuable position in baseball. Center fielders coming in slightly behind. So once they move him off and they tell him he's no longer a shortstop, any value he has goes through the tank.
Yeah. So I mean, we're gonna just put the Tigers to bed. They're in the middle of the hunt for the division, in my opinion. I think it's just the Guardians, them, and Minnesota. And
I don't think the Royals would be terrible either. Like, I think everybody might be able to win outside of us.
Just, yeah, like we're just we're begging for scraps right now.
Yeah,
we're begging for scraps.
Yeah.
So let's they want me to pack you up for your Monty take.
That's all right.
Yeah.
They all wanted to pack up the cola sticks too. I remember.
I know that's right. Let's finish up. Let's finish up our good stuff. Let's finish up our good stuff.
By the way, he's got one hit and one error so far this year in Charlotte. He's right on pace.
Oh no! Tell me it ain't so.
He's got a couple of hits. I'm just screwing with you, but he does have an error already.
Tell me it's not so, Eric.
He's got a couple of hits already, but
yeah. Where is? Hold on, I gotta see where this is. Oh, here we go. I need this one guy here that we've been talking about. We were banging the table for him to be in the bullpen. He made the team, and he got his first K. He got his first K.
The energy inside the ballpark here, it was cool to be a part of. And Jordan Leisure with his first major league strikeout. Yeah, save that ball.
Yeah. So if you don't know who that was Jordan Leisure. First major league K. They threw the ball to the dugout. But, the guy has stuff. He's got stuff.
Yeah.
And he was another one where you said it wasn't a throw-in.
No, he had to be a big part of the real deal. What did we talk about last time? He had 116 four-seamer, 119 slider, something like that.
Yeah, stuff plus, yeah.
Yeah, stuff plus in AAA. I'm happy they went ahead and just put him on the squad. Hopefully, I don't think they'll do the same thing with Nastrini still, but we'll see. Maybe they're going to, but the fact that we have him and Nastrini for Lance Lynn and Joe Kelly just shows you doing deals with loaded ball clubs is never a bad idea. They just run out of roster spots for some of these guys.
Yeah, we went to the well on the Braves and we went to the well on the Dodgers. So,
yeah, it's not a bad formula. I don't mind that formula.
It's not a bad formula at all, E. Not a bad formula. So the week that was to end today, we lost on opening day 1-0 to the Detroit Tigers. We lost a heartbreaker in extra innings, 7-6. It wasn't a heartbreaker. We just should have, you know what? We're gonna keep it moving. And then we lost 3-2 yesterday, and then we lost 9-0 today to the Atlanta Braves. And as we go, let me just bring up our throw to third real quick. So, White Sox schedule this week. We already started this week with a loss to the Braves. This is the Braves breakdown right here. Oh, come on up. So Morton went today against Flexen. Tomorrow we get our buddy Ray Lowe, my guy, Ray Lowe, comes back and he pitches at the rate tomorrow against Garrett Crochet. We're going to see how that works out. And then we get Thunder Dies with a pitcher to be announced later. And I'm not looking forward to the White Sox against Mr. Strider. I'm not.
Yeah, no.
Eric, I'm not looking forward to seeing our lineup against fucking. He's going to have like 17 Ks.
even today, like they were off to a decent start today. Like I don't know if you watched the whole thing today, but like
I did.
There was a couple walks and the bases were loaded, and then there was a single, and I was like, you know what? Like I can see they're taking more pitches. I can see they're trying to work some accounts. Robert even made a statement, after his big day, how many pitches he had seen. Like you could tell they're trying to do the little things, and then next thing you know, it's like the Braves have retired 16 White Sox players in a row, and here we go. And then like you look on Wednesday, and here's Spencer Strider. Like it's not going to be good.
Yeah, and thanks, Caleb. We know we're probably going to start 0-7. Thanks. We appreciate your.
We might lose
insight.
100 too, Caleb.
Yeah.
How's Royce Lewis doing, Caleb?
That's messed up. I don't think we you're wrong about Gonzo. You're wrong about we understood what leisure was, and we didn't talk about his control or his service time. We didn't talk about it. We knew he was going to make the team. His service time didn't have anything to do with anything. This was a comment. Leisure, another control service time that you was wrong about, Eric. But
yeah, well, I didn't know they could have played it, but reliever control time is not as important as starting pitcher control time. They're just not as valuable in the deal or whatever. And he was ready, and not to mention all the injuries don't help. Pretty much paved his way with everybody in the pen getting hurt. But I'm happy he's here. It's something exciting to be about. So I'm glad he's here. I love watching the phone call he made to his mom and dad.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
On the deal. Yeah. Like, I'm ready for some more of those stories. I'm ready for some more of those stories.
Caleb responds to you about Royce Lewis, 2-1. That's how he's doing. That's how he's doing.
Fair enough.
All right, so we got Atlanta, and then we have KC 4-game series over the weekend.
Yeah.
We're probably going to see Singer, Waka, and then Reagans, and then whoever came after Reagans. I can't remember who came after Reagans. So that's probably Waka went today, so he'll be Sunday starter more than likely. So I don't know. We'll see how they set up their rotation up against that. I'm not looking forward to playing the Royals. I'm not looking forward to playing nobody.
I'm just gonna be honest, and it's probably the most painful and down I've probably been in a long time. I'm not looking forward to anything until about after the trade deadline. Like, I want to see the kids play. I want to see Nastrini up. I maybe want to see Drew Thorpe up. If they're going to bring Montgomery up, by all means, let's bring him up. If they're going to bring Ramos up, let's get him up. Let's get LaRoche up. Like, let's let Fletcher play.
This, like you said, let's play the young kids. Give
me something that I want to watch. I don't need to see DeJong roll over with the bases loaded. He's 31. I've seen that before.
Right. So that's the week that is coming up. We're going to talk about it more in depth next week. But right now, I think we need to just start moving on to some other stuff, some fun stuff, Eric. Because right now the White Sox aren't fun. It's not to talk about. We have fun stuff. What do you want to do? You want to do Roto or you want to do SBC? Which one?
I just first of all want to thank everybody for fantasy baseball. It's basically saving the baseball season, at least for you and I, right? It's something that we can talk about every day, and it doesn't have to be the fact that the White Sox are going to lose a lot of games again this year. I don't care. Let's go Roto first, and then we can go back to the Scumbag League.
All right, bet. So look, let me just this our throw home. We take it home. We're gonna take it home. Take it home. Fantasy baseball news, and we always talk about our Roto League, the legendary Roto League 7, and then we always talk about the Scumbag League.
So let me set this up just a little bit.
Go ahead, set it up, Eric. Set it up.
So we decided we wanted to seriously start taking fantasy seriously. Like we talked about last show, we want to be at the $15,000 main event last year, testing whatever skills that we've done. So like the only way to truly do that is to get out there this year and start to get some other deals, some different types of leagues, different types of stuff. So I found a guy that I had been following for a while. He writes full time. There's another couple of guys that are doing Doc, and the boys are doing, fan stuff all the time. They had opening in their league. So we got in, and I want to set this up. They had 3 teams to choose. You could choose the defending champions team, the guy who was in the middle of the pack, or the guy that got worst. And we said, give me the worst team. I want to try to rebuild. I want to try to learn. I'm trying to get as much knowledge as I can. I want to figure out how to get in here. Give me the worst team. So we took the worst team, and we actually got off to a good start. We got off to a good start.
We got off to an outstanding start. And absolutely, Gonzo, this is another reason we're doing Roto and we're doing Dynasty, and it is giving us a better focus, a better just feeling about baseball, because we don't have to just focus on one team. We watch better baseball just by having them on our teams. Absolutely, Gonzo, for sure.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly.
Wholeheartedly. But let's get to our Roto League. Eric, here we go. Here's our Roto League. Who's at the top of the league right now after 4 or 5 days, Eric?
Yeah, we better celebrate it while we can. We know we're probably up against it, but I'll take a good start versus a bad start. So yeah, we are currently after I guess and this league, the Dodgers Padres games did count. So whatever, 5-6 games in.
Yeah. Yep. And here's our team. Here's our roster. And I think that Will Smith, Josh Naylor, Spencer Steer, Brian Hayes, CJ Abrams, Josh Bell, Dansby, Shea, Masataka Yoshida, Chaz, Quan, Schwarber, Outman, Paredes, Will Benson, Jeff McNeil, late low, IL, Matt McClain, IL, a couple minor
McClain hurt. McClain hurt you on both squads.
It hurt me on both squads. Oh my God. I'm not want to talk about Matt McClain. I hate it. And then we got Gosman back right on time. That was a beautiful. Gavin Stone, Mentor, Griffin Jackson's nasty. And I'm not going to say that one. This one time, I'm going to say it while Caleb is here. He is disgusting. He has one of the nastiest pitches I've ever seen.
Oh.
It goes to it comes from the fucking arm side to the batter's left foot from a left-hand batter. It's stupid. Zach Eflin, Bybee, Dylan Cease, Joel Payamps, and Jared Jones. So we're gonna do some little spotlighting right here, right? Let's peacock a little bit, Eric. Let's peacock a little bit. Let's peacock a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So over the weekend, on Sunday, as a matter of fact, yesterday, we had a day. And this is kind of a microcosm of our Sunday.
And a line drive. That's a bullet. Deep to right. It is gone. Leadoff home run.
Just what we needed, guys. Bring that momentum back into our dugout.
There's Schwarb. That was a bomb. Here comes another one.
And now Isaac Paredes launches one to deep left field, and that's going to carry into the seats. It's his first home run of the season, and that'll make it 9.
Here comes another one. Wait a minute. Here it comes.
There's a high drive. See you way later. Halfway up the seats and right. His first. Number 3.
He's got some power for getting a guy, don't he? Wow.
And last but not least, yesterday we also saw this. And this one was significant. This is the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah.
5-3 ball game. 5-3 ball game with a man on, and this young man comes up and do this.
Center field. Robles back. Tie game.
Yeah.
Hey.
I mean, Eric, we know we're lacking in power, right? We took over a team that probably had 2, 3, if you want to be a stretch, 4 of the 10 keepers that we could keep. We traded some draft picks for some others, moved some stuff around, but we know we're going to be hurting in power. So anytime we can get a 4 home run day, we're going to be happy about that.
We're going to peacock. We're going to peacock a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys came out yesterday, and I was just looking like I kept getting notifications. Home run. I was like, oh snap! These is out here really hitting the ball hard today for our team on the Roto squad. And not even just that. I mean, Seiya Suzuki has been rock solid. Spencer Steer, rock solid. Will Smith, rock solid. I mean, we've had.
We're not surprised that we're up there in OBP, right? Like we knew.
Yeah, that's the reason why. Go ahead. Explain.
Yeah, I mean, we knew coming in we couldn't go after home runs and RBIs as much because people were keeping all-star squads, to be honest with you, and they were keeping 10 hitters. So we knew we went pitching heavy and we went on base, type guys trying to stay up in the Roto League because, like, Roto League, for those that don't do head-to-head, it's just accumulation of stats throughout the year. So we're not surprised to be there in Ks. We're not surprised to be there in OBP. That was our plan. That's what we were going to attack. But, like, we didn't plan on having too many 4 home run days with our squad. So we were very happy yesterday. Yeah,
I mean, and I understand, Caleb, you took over the number 1 team, which is this is cool. So
yeah, nice job, front-running Twins fan.
Yeah, front-running Twins fan over here.
Not only that, I just want you to know, speaking of front-runner, so I asked him if he wants in the league. Do you know what Caleb says? Well, can I see the team first? That's what he asked me. I have proof. I have proof in my messages. That's what he asked me. He wasn't taking over no bum squad.
Oh my God, he's a front runner like his buddy Matt.
Front runner Caleb is from now on his nickname.
He said Mookie's killing it for him. Of course, it's Mookie.
Of course he is. He's a goddamn all-star. He's probably one of the best players in the game. Like, of course he is.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Right. We're trying to get Yoshida and Suzuki across the line. You got guys like Mookie. Like, do you see the difference?
It's a big difference. It's a big difference. Hey, but I'm not gonna lie, Eric. When we was putting our plan together to get our team to pick our squad, I was all aboard the concept that you came up with. How you were saying, Asinine is pissed at you. He's pissed. This.
Yeah. I did. Sorry, Asinine. I'm sorry.
That's all you can say is sorry.
I don't know what to say, but you're right.
Yeah. So I mean, when you came up with the concept, you said, Ray, we're gonna get into this league. How you feel about it? I said, man, let's do it. He said, I'm taking the worst team, but here's the plan. And I bought in. And right now I'm starting to see the fruits of all. We did a lot of research for like 2 weeks before we did the draft. And I was banging the table for certain players.
Yeah.
Right. Brian Hayes, Will Benson, and CJ Abrams, right?
Yeah.
And we got rid of some guys to bring in some guys. Then we had to get some draft picks.
Yep.
And the draft that we got that's how it fell. We know Suzuki and Benson and some of these guys that we got on our team that are producing because we was looking for, like you said, OBP, Ks from the pitching. Really, our pitching is what's going to carry us throughout the whole year.
Yep.
And every now and again, we hope to get 2 to 3 home run days. And
we're hoping we can have an average offense and our pitching can carry us, and maybe we can stay in contention throughout the year while looking to build draft capital next year as well. As part of, that's our GM plan. We already made a trade with Caleb, gave him Lopez from the Twins, who looked fantastic, by the way. Whatever. We got Schwarber, but we swapped. We got his first round. He got our 7th. So, that's going to help next year having 2 more picks because, to be honest, I'm not for sure we still have 10 keepers on our team. We'll have to see how everybody plays out the rest of the year, but, we're definitely going to need to draft well again next year.
Yeah, and I just want to just kind of go right back just because it's the first time we've covered our league in on the show like this. I just want to just come back to it real quick, Eric, just because I don't know how often we're able to do this.
It probably won't even be there next week, so you might want to show it one more time.
Yeah, I would show it one more time. I'm gonna show it one more time. One more time. One more time. Where right there at the very top. Oh, wait a minute.
8.5 points clear. Stop. What they say? Stop the count. Stop the race. Right? Is it over? Is it over? No.
It might be overview.
It's a very good.
There it is. Yeah.
Go into the points. If you go to league and standings, I think it is.
Is it right here? This is the points right here.
Yeah, no, there's somewhere where it breaks down. If you go to league, go back to league from the deal. It'll show you what you're scoring in every category. Standings, maybe, yeah.
Standings, maybe. Oh yeah, there
There
it
you
is.
go.
There it is.
So we knew we were going to try to be OBP, right? We're winning the league. Runs we were interested in. Obviously, OBP, you got some top of the lineup guys. We're in here. And Nine's blowing us from the chat. God damn, I got busted.
Yeah.
Saying I asked Caleb. Shit.
Yeah, he's upset. He is upset. I'm not even gonna hold you. He's probably really, really pissed right now.
He is. He just called it out in the deal. All caps, too. All caps. OBP, we knew. K, we knew, right? Whip, we were trying to win. Runs, we were trying to win. And stolen bases. That's where we were kind of trying to go. And you can see it working. And we picked up, moved up a couple spots in home runs, which in RBIs, which we know that's never staying there, unfortunately. But
yeah, that's not gonna stay there. That's not gonna stay there. But I mean, we got the runs going. I like the fact that our whip is up here.
Yep.
I really enjoy that. I'm kind of surprised our quality of stars is not higher than what it is, but it is what it
they
is.
just ain't letting them go 6 innings yet, and some of our guys just didn't quite have it. But
yeah, and then our save plus holds right here is 8, so I think that's doing pretty good.
I agree.
Yep. All right, so let's move on. We're gonna move on. He said live standings. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Caleb.
This is live. We've already lost 1 point. It looks like today's somewhere. So somebody passes.
Yeah. So let me just stop that, and then we're gonna bring up this one. Let's see. All right. So let's go to the SBC. So as of right now, our standings are whatever because we haven't finished the full week. But here's the matchups right now as we speak. I'm going up against Ian. I'm up 12-6. Kean is up against Caleb. The Kirby Fully Loaded is Caleb. Kean is 5-2 talent. He's up 12-5. Mac is up on Duke 12-6. Eric, we're going to leave you for last. Nick is up on Dre 11-4. And then Asinine is up on Dan 9-5. But let's get back to E-Class. Let me just click over here on E-Class and let's just see what's going on over here with E-Class, because you're going to tell the people what's happening with your team. If you can see it right here, go ahead. E.
Yeah, bitch. Everybody I threw out there literally was throwing batting practice. Like all their necks hurt from just giving up constant home runs. 11 home runs my team's given up already. 11.
Right here.
It was insane. Yeah. So it's a long week.
You have a 7.66 ERA with a 1.65 whip.
Yeah. So now I just at the point in our league, since it's not Roto, right? It resets every week. So now I just keep throwing out everybody I can throw out in hopes that I can win something else. But Justin and I are in pretty much a tie. I'm winning the majority of the hitting. He's winning the majority of the pitching. That's what's going on. Like it's pretty cut and dry.
Well, I mean, you have a chance to maybe take a couple pitching categories if you get a chance to get a couple wins and a couple saves.
That's what, So I picked up a couple of closers, and I'm going to keep throwing starters out there. Hopefully, I can out-homer him. I like my offense better, but who knows in a 1-week deal.
Did you see the news this before you came on about your team?
Yeah, so, that they put him in the minors.
Yeah, Ruiz is in the minors, and
I was like, well, I'll just play him this week and pick up a stolen base or two because I was so far ahead in some of the other categories, and I saw he's in the minors. Of course, I already moved him. I moved him to the minors. Congratulations, Michael Bush. You're now officially a member of the squad off the minor roster, and I went ahead and stashed him in the minors. But did you see the fantasy baseball world go crazy on Twitter when they demoted him?
No, I didn't.
Oh my gosh! These guys, especially in the Roto leagues, these guys are livid because what did he steal last year? 85?
Some shit, some insane, stupid number like that. Yeah.
So he was owned in 99% of leagues. I'm tied with Justin in stolen bases. I'm like, I don't need too many home runs and stuff. I'll just play him the rest of the week, pick up a couple stolen bases from him, and I'll be able to beat Justin at that point. Next thing I know, he's on his way to Reno or wherever it is Oakland's athletic team is. I think it's Reno.
Yeah. I see what your plan was, and I'm that's crazy. I saw it this morning. I mean, right before we came on, I was building the show, and I was like, oh no, Eric's gonna be pissed. I saw it come across the screen like he got fucking. I said
Stole
DFA.
67
I was like, what? Say again.
He stole 67 last year.
Yeah, some insane number. Yeah, crazy. So I mean,
Yeah.
and right now I'm pretty happy what's going on with the Matrix Survivors. I'm having.
Let me look at yours. I haven't done much deep diving. Like, are you like blowing up those categories? Go back to the top there.
Yeah, right here. I'm not really blowing up. It's just that
You got him in trouble in those four. Oh my God! Yeah, you got him in trouble. You got him in trouble there. What about pitching?
Pitching.
Hawks, K's are kind of close. ERA is close. Whip could still flip. Pitching's interesting still a little bit, right?
This was AJ's Pucks doing. This was AJ Pucks doing right here. This.
Yeah, I remember you guys were mad. You guys were very mad about that. I remember.
Yeah, this was AJ Pucks doing right here. And he had 6 fucking walks. You know what I mean? So, I can't even be mad. He had 6 walks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, like, somehow Maeda gave up like 4 home runs to the White Sox. I wasn't sure they could ever hit 4 home runs. I had the Phillies closer that absolutely gave up pitched a third of an inning, gave up 6 runs or something. I was just like, what is going on?
Oh my God, this dude down in Miami.
But this will be a fun league, and I think it's going to be pretty. I think right here, I think it'll be pretty even. Man,
because everybody learned from
Nick's
last
putting
year.
It on Dre.
Like everybody learned from last year.
I think it's going to be pretty tight. I think 6 playoff spots, 12 teams. You know, I think Caleb's and I's team's the best. I think the dogfight after that starts with you, a leader of the next bunch. But it's going to be a fun league for sure.
This freaking guy. Oh my God, he is on fucking fire, bro.
Dude, killing it.
I mean, he had another hit in RBI today. He's batting .471, 529 slug, 1.03 OPS, 7 RBIs, 1 double, 8 hits at 17 at bat. It's just he's been killing it. Jake Berger.
What's the chances you tell me Jake Berger has 8 hits and 17 at bats and don't have a home run yet?
That's what I'm saying. And
it's opposite of what you've seen from last year.
When we did the draft, we were talking. I sent you his Savant page. I was like, I'm picking Jake Berger. I'm picking Jake Berger. Like as soon as if he comes back to me, I'm picking Jake Berger. You know, so I understand, Caleb. You saying it's just a good thing it's Monday that he can make a comeback. Matter of fact, let's just go see. Let's see if he can come back. Let me just go back over here and see if he can come back. Let's see. Where's Caleb's? Who's he playing?
I don't know. He was losing though. I was surprised how bad he was losing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There it is.
Oh, Keon.
Oh wow. So he's 6 hits behind. He's only 3 runs behind.
He ain't catching homers. You can kiss that one.
Catching home runs. Yeah. No RBIs. He probably won't catch RBIs. Yeah. He probably won't catch strikeouts. He might. I don't know who he's got on his team as far as stolen bases, whatever. And then his pitching has just been abysmal. So I mean, I think between you and him both, y'all just had a run of bad luck with pitching. You know, you just
I don't mind my squad. It's just in these short run weeks, all it takes is like you said, it takes 1 or 2 bad outings, and it can be painful. But the good thing about our league is it don't matter. Now that I'm losing them all, I'm just going to pitch everybody I can pitch. There's no such thing as skipping at start. I'm just going to keep throwing them out there. At least guarantee me to win at least try to guarantee me to win the K's category. I'm just going to keep pitching, guys. What's the matter now? I'm losing every category anyway.
So, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know why he said it. Glad it didn't work. He said he's glad Esther Yuri went down. Fuck you, Eric, and now you're on my shit list.
Yeah.
He said
it's going to take him a while to get over this one, I think. It's going to take him a while to get over.
And then Caleb said it was his relief pitching that fucked him.
Was it? Yeah.
Yep. And that can happen.
Happened to me too. That Philly closer, what did he give up?
I remember talking to Caleb about it. Oh, it was Leclerc.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leclerc gave it up, and he ended up with this insane ERA. It was stupid.
Well, I had what was it, Alvarado?
Yeah. His out of shape ass fucking went out there and gave it up.
Like what he had a nice Friday night outing to the following stat line was 2/3 of an inning, 3 hits, 5 earned run, 2 walks, and 1 K.
Oh, God.
A nice ERA of 67.50. Was that what?
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to come back from relief pitchers because they just blow it up and there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah.
It'll be fun though. Next week we'll have this week will be fully done, so we'll have the scores.
We'll have the scores from next. So next Monday we'll have an update on the SBC League Scumbag Baseball Classic, and we're gonna just talk about that. We're gonna talk about where we sit in the Roto League because the Roto League is different for me and you. I've never really done it. You've done Roto before. I've never.
I have, but
so I'm enjoying.
I'm not sure I've ever done it in this type of competition. I'll put it that way. I'm not sure I've ever done it with the keeper.
I'm enjoying it. And I'm enjoying watching just how it accumulates because eventually we're going to have conversations about. Hey, baby. Wife just got home. We're gonna have to have conversations about like who we're sitting once we start getting up to the limits.
Yeah, you start getting into stuff like. Yeah. And I'll just say part of my plan now is to load starting pitching as you've seen as much as we can. Yeah, probably move some of that come later on in the year once we start to max out categories, go with mostly bullpen guys and try to get some more draft capital going into next year. Yeah, but that's the plan. That's the plan on paper. But the problem is how much can our pitching stay healthy? Like that pitchers are
and they're going down like flies. They're going down like flies. Yeah, pitching is going down like flies. So but we're gonna see what happens. I do want to highlight one more guy. I do want to highlight two more guys, and this is in our Roto League. Okay, so we did talk about Benson, right? But did you know?
Yeah, crazy, right? I mean,
go ahead.
526 is almost a year ago. I mean, that's Memorial Day last year.
He's got a 951 OPS since last year.
So you're talking about.
Look at those names, though. Soto, Freeman, Seager, Acuna, Olsen, Betts, Ohtani. He's with those guys.
Anytime you can make that list. And by the way, if the Yankees don't open the cash register for Soto.
Oh, my God. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Have you seen a guy in 4 games make a bigger impact and people just look up to him? I mean, they're not even looking at Judge. They know they're looking at Soto.
Yeah.
I mean, they're looking at him.
Like they don't even they'd rather get to Judge than face Soto.
I wasn't for sure, and you never know, but
I'm a Soto fan now because of asking.
Listen, me too. I just didn't know. Coming from the Nationals, you don't know how many people have we seen in our lifetime crumble in New York? Right? It's just too much. People have been on record saying it's too much. And is there anybody loving the spotlight more than Soto and just answering the bell to start? Insane.
He's 9 for 17, 1 home run, 4 RBIs, 1.365 OPS.
Yeah, and he threw out the game-winning deal and he drove in the winning run. It's just like he's literally taking over New York.
But Asinine has the 2 hottest players in baseball on his team right now. Did you know that? He's got Juan Soto and he's got Lourdes Gurriel.
Oh yeah, they won. They both won Players of the Week.
Got both of those guys. Yeah. Lourdes is so fucking hot. He's 8 for 17, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs, 1.644 OPS, and he's got both of them on his team.
Yeah, I mean, what a great start. He is killing offensive categories. It's polarizing for me watching what Soto's doing in New York because a lot of guys. They would crumble or they would set backseat to Judge or they would be in a deal. This guy, he wants the ball. He wants to be in those situations. He wants to be the guy throwing them out. He wants the at-bats. I'm a fan for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of Juan Soto. And Asinine, he said you're trying to get brownie points from him. with the
No,
ones.
I mean, he's still fucked up. You could have got him fourth, and you still traded away too much to take him. But man, he's polarizing.
You had a chance to smooth it over, Eric. You said no, fuck that.
Fuck it. You know that ain't our style. I'm just gonna throw more fucking gasoline on it.
It's insane what happened. This man got both of them on his team. If we brought up the live standings, the live scoring for Asinine, it's stupid. Like it's the numbers. His offensive numbers are off the chart. They're just. Insane.
I saw him make a comment like, "You guys can't all hold on my offense." I'm like, "What do you mean your fucking offense?" I pulled him up. I'm like, "Ah, damn."
Right. It's stupid. It's just insane. It's dumb. And shout out to Nine for just picking that squad that he picked. He was behind the power curve because he did make that deal. He moved up. He wanted his guy.
Yeah.
He was convicted. He wanted Juan Soto. It's paying off. So, and then like I said, I wanted to spotlight a couple more guys before we get up out of here. We had this guy, MLB opening weekend with leaders.
Yeah, you know how high I was on him.
You're super high on Jared Jones.
Yeah, I had him in both leagues. Yeah, he's unbelievable. I mean, he is Dylan Cease with a controllable fastball and a plus fastball. Like he's slider heavy, but his slider is every good as Dylan's, and his fastball's better.
Yeah, I mean, and it showed because he was just dotting 98, 99.
Yeah,
he just dots, and then just coming at people's feet with that dumbass slider. It's just.
I'm loving seeing guys. Gavin Stone looked good last night. Guys making like first deals or new teams and showing out right away. Like that's been a good storyline.
Yeah, Jared Jones 5 2/3, 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks,
40% CSW. Like come on.
Yeah, I mean, so it's just it's just unreal what he did on his opening day game. And then before we go, we got a guy in the wings. We're waiting on him, but he had his first rehab assignment. He went 5 innings, 2 hits.
Another guy I was very high on. I got him in both leagues again. So
3 walks, 8 Ks. So we're looking for Nick Lodolo to come up with the Reds.
I think he's going to make the April 10th start. I believe. I think he's making one more in AAA, and then he's coming up. I think.
Yep. So I mean, we're going to see how that is, and we're looking forward to him. So. I'm guessing not next week, but week after that, we might be spotlighting him because every week, everybody, we're going to do a spotlight from our team. Who's the best pitcher we had, best pitcher performance, best hitting performance. Unless somehow Eric and I have another 4 home run day.
Yeah, I don't think we're going
to play all of them. We're going to play all of them. Fuck it. That's what we're going to do. But
hey, Nine, I remember why now I didn't ask you. It's like Ray and I wanted you to be a part of our bigger team next year. That's what it was. That's what it was, Nine. That's what it was.
Yep. That's what it was. So anyway, we're gonna get out of here. And Gonzo, do you want to place a wager on that? Because I'm pretty sure Eric is a betting man, and I'm thinking he might want to take this bet. If you want to make.
Do you want to bet me the Roto League?
Nope.
So I just want to have number 2. Yeah, well, won't have Cease's number 2. You mean
you won't have Cease's numbers next year?
You mean in Cease's 3rd year or in Cease's 2nd year?
Jared Jones's 2nd year won't be comparable to Dylan Cease's 2nd year
because it was Cease's 3rd year that he blew up, right? Or was it?
So maybe let's go 3rd year then.
It might have been his 2nd year. He blew up. It was 21. Yeah, he had a great 2nd year. But I don't think Jones is going to. I don't think Jones is going to lead the league in walks like Cease did twice either. So that's what I'm banking on. I love it though.
Yeah, I love it too. So this has been the Pickoff Show. We thank you guys for coming in. However many people are on the live stream on X and on YouTube. Make sure that you follow us on YouTube at Ray's Juke Joint, RAES Juke Joint. And then follow us on YouTube and like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Trying to build our numbers. We're trying to get our numbers up. So
appreciate everybody.
We appreciate everybody. And then we're gonna finish it off. Gonzo, hit him in the inbox. Hit him in the inbox. Hit Eric in his inbox with that last comment you just said.
Yeah, something about Cease. I'm sure I hurt his feelings.
Yeah. He doesn't see something. But anyway, we're going to get out of here. we're gonna get out of here before Eric's lights go off because we're gonna cut the lights off in here first.
Yeah,
so
Michael first.
We appreciate you, and we're gonna cut the lights off in this BR.